Ba 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 da 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 di dudley 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 da. It is the return of the Work in Progress podcast with your boys, Daniel, who is me, and Adam, who's that guy over there.
Hey, well, at least you saved me having to put in the theme song for the podcast.
Oh yeah, and right as we start again after a little bit of a hiatus, not drawing, but like the hiatus of podcasting, we're back
That's right. Yeah,
and badder than ever.
yeah.
So,
We're a lot stronger, smarter now.
and we're gonna start off this podcast with. Sorry, I'm really burpy for some reason. I don't know. I didn't even eat anything yet.
Yeah.
Positivity, positivity. Oh no. So we realized while making this that it would take a whole bunch of extra time to fully color it.
Oh, don't forget to stream for me.
Oh yeah, that's right. I gotta do that,
Yeah,
man. We're
because
so
Discord call.
professional.
Yeah.
We're some professional boys.
It's fine.
But here
Okay.
we go.
Okay. Now continue.
We were going to color it, fully color it, and then we realized, yikes! It is going to increase the date. Not only that, we were like, oh well, I mean, people did ask for it. It is taking a long time, but we didn't get fully funded, so we made a compromise, a bloody compromise. We're gonna have it be black and white, but then we're gonna color in the blood. That's what we're doing.
That's right. Yeah. And I tell you what, though, that name we came up with, the bloody compromise, I think we're definitely onto something because last night I was chatting with an old man at work about the comic. And I told him about that, the bloody compromise. And he started laughing, being like, "That's funny."
Yep. So we're
So
doing that today on my task board. I will be doing some action pages that I did.
yeah, you because you're a lot better when it comes to basically fight choreographing. So that's kind of like your forte. So you've been like handling that and like extra pages.
It's my Daniel forte.
Yeah, it's in my name.
Yeah. All right. That's me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna
So we got
just
some cool action stuff starting up.
yeah.
Um, we're actually doing like really cool, fun fight scenes. Uh,
Yeah.
what else? Staying positive. So one of the reasons why we actually stopped doing the podcast for a little bit is because we just got
We
depressed.
So to give you all idea, it's as of recording this, it is March of 2026, and if anybody living in this time period knows what's been going on in the news, and honestly still what's going on in the news, we were just like really, honestly, like we weren't the only people that were like sad and like kind of like negative because. Let's just say, to give you an idea, let's just say that Ricky Gervais speech at the Golden Globes has aged beautifully for reasons.
Yeah.
And yeah, like we are just like, and then we got to a point where we were so like negative in the recordings. It was like, why don't we just, how about this? Why don't we just stop doing this for a bit and just actually still work on the damn thing? So yeah,
Yeah. Well, we also realized, okay, it's twofold. One, we were just like, man, like we really just keep talking about horrible things. And then, so we stopped, and then, we got a little bit of stuff done, but we realized probably a few days ago that we were like, man, we actually got a lot more done when we were recording this.
I mean, we also got quite a lot done with that recording too. But yeah, like I mean, I like to imagine when we're doing it like this, you got like an invisible crowd watching you in a way because it's like, oh, I got to actually like perform.
It's actually,
So
well, I wouldn't even say that. It's just like, it starts to, like, all of the talking becomes secondary.
yeah,
And then when all of the talking is secondary, that means that, like, your primary focus is the thing that you're working on.
yeah. But yeah, no, I'm glad that we're doing it again because even I was kind of like bugging you, like, hey, when are we going to do this again? And then eventually, here we are. So
Yeah. I always found that for some reason I work a lot better when people see what I'm doing.
Oh yeah, like I said, it's like working to a crowd, you know. So you're just like, yeah.
I
So in this
literally,
scene, right?
for
Go on.
everybody, I just literally woke up.
Yeah. He hasn't got a cold or anything. It's just like that morning. I mean, to be fair, I've only been awake for less than an hour, so we were both kind of like, well, I had a shower before I came on, so yeah.
I went to bed at God, what was it? I went to bed at 4 a.m. because I knew that I was going to be able to wake up at 9:30 with 5 hours of sleep.
Yeah. So do you wanna sorry, let me catch my breath. So basically, you're working on some fight scenes in book one. However, what I'm doing is so to give you an idea of how long we've been working on this. I was actually overlooking everything that I did in terms of like setting up pages and what have you, and I realized like, holy shit, I think I got all of book one kind of like more or less down for you for the most part, you know.
Mm.
And then that's when I was like, holy shit, like, you know, obviously you're adding more to it because you know the fight scenes and some things had to be resketched, but like, I was like, oh my god, like, what should I do? Should I do the next book? Should I do something else? Like, what do you think? And it's like, oh yeah, just start doing book two. And I'm like,
Yeah,
oh my god,
just start.
yeah.
But
And I
yeah,
already have like 25 pages of book two like down already, so
yeah, you're already starting the sketching process of book two.
yeah, with 3D
Um,
models as well. So yeah,
yes, well, you know, that A, it saves
yeah.
time, and B, it keeps it anatomically, correct in the sketch.
Yeah. Yeah, every so often I'll just like sketch it because this really is just me giving you instructions, isn't it? So every
Basically,
so
yeah.
often, if I'm having trouble with a 3D model, I'll just be like, okay, this scene right here, guy, I don't know, fucking slaps a chicken or something, you know, and then you'll be like, all right, then I'll get right on that.
No,
No,
you can't slap chickens, man. That's how they kill you in Skyrim.
yeah. My favorite thing in Skyrim is when like you jump on like a cart, which is just like a 3D model, and then like the thing spazzes out and like murders you.
No.
Yeah,
Well, that's a physics thing. I mean,
I
I don't
know.
know. I think like the very early version of Skyrim was fucking like really cracked up and broken when it came to like,
Oh, it's fucking hilarious.
yeah, because I honest to God like punted a chicken and then I got like a death bounty on me.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
I think they actually fixed that. Now you just get like a hey, you have violated
You violated the law. Yeah.
the load. It would be funny to
So
think that like that there's this one fucking like chicken owner that's just like if somebody touches my fucking chickens.
yeah. Oh, I do want to say one thing. Even though I'm working on book two, I'm not going to say what's happening in book two. You're going to have to wait until we get there.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to wait really long and really hard.
You're going to have to subscribe to us and then buy our fucking project
And then
products.
fucking roll around to the Patreon, the
Yeah. Which we may or may not make.
and then chew on our gum road and fucking
Gumroad.
uh donate us coffee.
You know, one thing that we could say that is kind of a negative, which luckily hasn't happened yet, was Discord was actually going to roll out like an age verification thing since. Because I think they're getting pressured by like just the governments around the world where all of a sudden they're using children as excuse to like surveillance shit, you know?
Well, you know
But
the classic government joke, which is how do we get a group of people to sign off on this thing that would actually fuck them over? I know. Cuts to them like on the floor. Ah, yes, we have our new fuck over the poor program. It's called Save All of the Children All at Once.
yeah. And it's like it's never, and you know for a fact it's never about the children.
And then there's
So
one smart guy who's just like, this will like make everybody more poor. And you're like, oh yeah, well, you trying to fuck over children? Hmm?
yeah, they just throw that at him. It's like, no, sir, listen, you. It's not how that works, sir. Please let me out. You are a traitor to our cause. It's like,
And
all
then
right,
the only
I'm
way
done.
that like anybody could actually make it go away is if like enough people online like protest it.
Yeah.
God,
Well,
what
I think I'll
what was it? What
what?
was the like internet bill? I think it was like Pippa. There were multiple
Uh,
different ones.
well, I know that there was one called like SOPA, and then that was like to like govern a lot of things in terms of like copyright laws, and then that didn't happen. And then there was also a similar one that was like S something bill, and then luckily that also got shit canned. But there was a Pippa one as well. But yeah, like people have fought in the past, and we won, you know, because I remember SOPA was a big fucking deal.
Yeah, Sopa and Pippa. I remember them a lot. And then
Yeah,
every
I
single
was at
website was
college.
just like, we'll be just turned off for a day. And everyone's like, what?
Yeah. But yeah, no. But yeah, Pippa, Sopa was a really big one because I remember like being at college. And I'm like, holy shit! All my favorite YouTubers could go to jail.
I don't even think it was
Yeah.
that. It was like that the online something privacy.
No, Sopa was the one where it was like they were gonna go like super anal over like copyright laws. So
Yeah.
like it was to the point where like every YouTuber you watch like Markiplier could be like susceptible to like going to prison basically.
I think the there's some people right now trying to enact a they're trying to get rid of a protection law. So it's kind of
Hmm.
like it's happening again, but instead of trying to create a law, they're trying to get rid of one. There
Oh
was
really?
a there's an online protection law. I forget which one it is, but it's basically the one where if you break copyright, um,
Hmm.
instead of going through a massive legal action, like getting sued by the people that own the
Yeah.
copyright, the website can just take your shit down, and that's it.
Oh really?
As bad and as dumb as like the copyright takedowns are on YouTube. They do protect you from multi-billion-dollar companies just licking their lips to shit wreck you.
Well, oh yeah, I mean, not only that too, but like I think you actually said before that by and large, like people and companies in general would rather avoid having to go through like the law process, right? If they can
Mhm.
help it. So yeah,
I think you'd like I'm honestly going to say this. I don't think people understand how generous YouTube actually is.
yeah, to an extent, yeah, but
You
yeah, like it does kind of save you in a way.
If you create a channel, you can just automatically start streaming. You can
Yeah,
automatically post like a fucking 5 hour video of just absolute garbage.
yeah,
You can just do all of those things on and in any video quality. So if you wanted to, I don't know, like put your butt on a photocopier in 4K,
yeah,
you could do that. And YouTube's only thing is like, hey guys, we're gonna make the website shitty every once in a while once you finally get used to it.
I'm sure there's probably more that we could go into it, but like I don't think talking about how YouTube works is really like worth the time or effort. So
Just a little bit.
yeah. But yeah, there was that. What else is there? So I've been having a lot of fun recently. So I kind of gave up on like modern gaming for the most. I mean, I do have the new Resident Evil, but like I need to finish it. But I kind of just gave up on modern gaming now, and what I'm doing is I'm just playing like a lot of old games, but more specifically, I got into light gun games. And
Yeah.
the way I've been playing it is basically on my emulator. I've got it set up where the mouse works as the gun controller, which is the gun con or the G con, whatever it's called. And I've been having a lot of fun with that. And I've also been going down like a list of games I want to try playing as well that also support it. And I actually discovered a very interesting game just before we started recording. So when I was a kid, I played a demo for a game of the show Starsky and Hutch, where the premise of the game is they're in the car where you drive and shoot people like criminals, you know. But then I found out that in the actual game there was a two-player mode where one person could drive, the other one shoots, and apparently it actually supported like the gun con controller.
Who the
So,
fuck
but
makes
the
a
way there's no way I'm going to be able to play that on the emulator like that. But yeah,
Who the fuck makes a game about Starsky and Hutch?
if I mean this was back in the day when you could make a game of fucking anything, it'd be
I
relatively cheap.
I was about to stupidly say who the fuck would ever want to play a game of like, Columbo? And then I was like, I know a
Yeah,
lot
you
of
would.
people that would actually want to play a game of Columbo.
Yeah, you.
Yeah. Just one more thing. Like the one more thing is like the B button. You just say it, so you just tap that.
It's like a weird like Danganronpa kind of game.
Dangan Ranpan.
I was like that one parody of like Columbo where it's like, where were you at the scene of murder? Ah, yes, I was playing my PlayStation 3. It's like, no, I'm not gonna say that you're a liar, but I find that hard to believe considering the fact that the PlayStation 3 has no games. you know.
Oh, well, it's
That's so
backwards
funny.
compatible.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And it's like, well, you say I have the 60 gigabyte PS3 that where it was backwards compatible. Oh yeah, it's because he mentions he was playing Kingdom Hearts. It's like that's I find that kind of hard to believe considering it's a PlayStation 2 game.
It can only play PS1 games.
Yeah, fucking hell, that's so funny. I know there's some also like crossovers with Death Note, which are kind of hit and miss, but
Yeah.
yeah,
I think the concept of him solving the Death Note is a lot funnier than the
what people
actual
can come up
videos
with.
that were made.
Yeah. But that's always been like a heavy debate of like who could solve the Death Note, and then it's also a case of, well, it's a case of who could pick up on the Death Note and like what's happening, and versus who could actually solve it. You know?
Yeah, like Scooby and the gang wouldn't understand how the Death Note works, but they would 100% be able to fucking solve the mystery.
Yeah.
Yeah. We
I
found
feel
out the
like
mystery
Batman.
of the Japanese ghoul.
Would he work on Batman, considering the fact it's an alias? I don't think it would it?
You would have to figure out that it's Bruce Wayne. But here's the problem with Batman. Batman would have probably collected all of the information that he needed well before he even presented himself as an option in the game.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then instead of dealing through due process, he would show up to his house and beat the piss out of him.
yeah.
So the only way that the only way that the bad guy in that would actually be able to get him is if he was just
Mm.
like randomly one day, man, Bruce Wayne is a piece of shit. Bruce Wayne, and then suddenly Batman's appearance just stops.
Yeah, yeah,
But that creates a new can of worms because
yeah. Because he.
if Killer from Death Note decided to kill Batman, now he has a new fucking problem,
Mhm.
which is that he needs to fight the Joker. And the Joker doesn't know what his original name is. So nobody knows what the Joker's original name is.
Yeah, yeah. Ooh, yeah, man. I was wondering, should we also say about the book we've been listening to? Because I feel like it's not, it's kind of hard to recommend like at all,
It is very
unless you want to talk
difficult to
about the
talk about
anime.
in general. So we were watching while we were working on this. We actually got a little bit of insight on character building and progression stuff because the anime is actually really good.
It's a fantastic anime.
It's called Mishoku Tensei, Jobless Reincarnation. It's an isekai, but it's
Mm,
probably one of the best isekais. Um, Isekai is when somebody gets sent into another world, just in case you like. Oh no, I got hit by a bus. Now me in another world. Oh.
yeah,
The premise is that a guy who's a shut-in and a fucking weirdo gets hit by a vehicle, and he doesn't just get sent to another world. He actually gets reincarnated. So he starts off as baby and grows up.
yeah.
but the show is really good. Here's the big crux of the thing. The guy, like, you know how like anime perverts are typically like he booby, and then somebody slaps them, and it's like, haha,
Yeah.
that's funny. He's actually like a real fucking Japanese pervert.
Yeah, and if you know what that entails, then you know exactly what we're talking about,
So
which
then
we're not going to say here.
he's like a really fucking goop, and uh, but in the anime, he actually does become a better person fairly quickly. And then
Yeah.
also, like, what's cool about it is that he was like, for the past 20 years I never really left my house, and I basically wasted my life. Now that I'm in another world and I have a fresh start, I'm going to do my best to do everything that I possibly can to start living. And you're like, wow, that's really cool. And then we ran out of episodes, so we watched two full
Two
seasons.
seasons.
Two full seasons. And these aren't like the modern bitch anime seasons. These are actually like 26 episodes each with two special episodes.
Yeah. Well, not well, the thing that blew our mind about season one is that it doesn't have like a canned intro like every other show. Um it actually has different animated openings, and it's only really season two that does that, since he's in like a school,
Yeah,
where he's like, one intro. But yeah, that's what blew our mind. And it almost, honestly, it felt more like short films than episodes, which goes to show you how good that show was.
so then we ran out of episodes because we were like, fuck, we watched it all. So then we were like, did you know that this is actually based off of a light novel? And you were like, hey, you know what? I got some fucking Amazon points. I can get the audiobooks. And I'm like, fucking sweet. Let's fucking roll it. So
Yeah.
while we're drawing, we're basically trying to catch up with the show. So that way we can
Hmm.
see what happens before it comes out on anime. Here's the
Yeah.
problem. The book is not the same as the show.
It's quite different.
First of all, you get to hear a lot of other people, like a lot of other characters' internal dialogue and perspectives.
Yeah.
Um, but that's not the thing that stood out to us.
Yeah, the problem is like the main character is such a kind of like piece of shit pervert still in the new world, that like when you listen to him talk about stuff, especially when he sees like women he fancies, it's just like, this is getting really hard for me to even like this guy. And it got to the point where it's like, I think we need a break from this, because even though the story is really enjoyable, it's like, man, I don't think I can ever recommend this book to anybody. Like, he comes up with, he says so many horrible things that are very like,
Yeah.
are they Japanese pervert? That I'm like, why don't we take a break from
See the
this?
problem, yeah, like in the anime, he's still a little bit of a fucking like sexually charged person, but the problem
Yeah,
is that they didn't really. At a certain point, he starts taking things a lot more serious, and then it's a lot more charming. It's the way that it's presented is a lot more charming. In the book,
yeah,
he he went through an entire continent of fucking demons,
yeah,
and he's still like, wow, maybe if we save this village of people, maybe some of them might fucking fuck us, or at least the idea of that might fucking like give me jerk material. And you're like, shut up. Like, what the fuck?
yeah. It's just like, I'm like, oh my god, and then yeah, I'm just like, all right, yeah, let's give this a rest for a bit.
Yeah, we were like, god.
Yeah, so, but if I would say try the anime first, because it is really, really great. But yeah,
I
that
would
book
heavily
is.
suggest avoiding the book. A lot. The other thing too is that a lot of the books are normal. Sometimes they have abridged books, which are a lot
Hmm.
shorter. But the unabridged audiobooks, there's a lot of times where it fucking drags because he's explaining like how something looks, and he takes a really
Yeah.
long time to explain how actions, like what characters do.
Yeah, I remember there was one time where I was listening to something. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I was like saying to you, like, man, this is dragging on for a long
Okay,
time.
case in point, in the book, or okay, so in the anime, There's a guy who is going to blackmail them because they broke the rules of like an adventurers guild, right?
Yeah.
In the show, it's like, haha,
Oh God.
I beat up your friends. I found out what it is, so now you basically belong to me and my crew, and you need to make money for us every fucking week or so, right? And then they get pissed off. They almost kill him, and then they leave. And you're like, oh wow, okay, that was a good story progression. In the book, this motherfucker has to go from house to every person that they ever did a job for, and they go into detail about every fucking house that he goes to find out
Yeah.
if they actually broke the rules.
It's a bit much, yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember as I was listening to it, I'm like, dude, this is going on for a long time.
It is insane to me how good of an adaptation that fucking anime is.
Oh, we do want to say one thing. There is a manga. Avoid the manga. It's boring.
Oh yeah, because I was like, oh well, it's ahead of the show a little bit. The comic book is really boring because it started
Yeah.
off as the light novel, which is just text. Then it
Yeah.
became the manga, which is the like whatever company's making that. It's not really that
It's not
good.
very good.
And then the anime is made by two, not one, not two, but three different fucking top-notch animation companies.
Yeah, because we're. Oh, that was another thing too. The fucking budget in this anime. Like, what the fuck?
The
Yeah,
anime's
like,
budget is fucking crazy.
yeah, because we was watching it and I'm like, what the fuck is. Why does this have such a good, like. Wow, this
It,
is like one of the best looking animes I've seen. And like, not only that too. Oh, you got to talk about the languages. The fucking languages.
oh, okay. So in the book, they go travel for their grand epic adventure, their massive saga, right? And the main character learns multiple languages before this happens. And when they finally go on this massive fucking adventure, in the book, it's just like, oh, I am speaking this language now. Whoever
Yeah.
did the adaptation of the anime was like, oh, fuck no, we're going hard on these goober languages.
Yeah, they have like three separate languages, I think it
They
was.
have the common tongue. Okay, so they have the common tongue. They
Which is
have,
English. Yeah.
yeah, they have the common tongue. They have the beast people tongue. They have the demon tongue. And then there's like a third language that like we really haven't seen yet.
Hmm.
Also, there's Japanese.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because the main guy, because we got to a point where the guy, it's
Well,
kind
don't
of like
spoil
let
that,
loose.
but yeah, like,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. Somebody might want to watch this, but the big thing that we realized was just like, or I realized it the first time watching, and then the second time I was watching it basically with you.
Hmm.
They go so fucking far and hard into these fucking like made up fantasy languages.
Yeah. I was.
Basically, from the middle of season one all the way into season two, there will be full blown conversations in a fucking language that requires subtitles. Here's the problem. In the original Japanese, the way that they did this was they would have Japanese subtitles at the bottom when they were doing this like special language stuff. The problem with that shit is you really have to get a version of the show that has like not baked in
Yes.
subtitles.
Yeah, because I mean, we weren't watching this through Crunchyroll, so we had to kind of like think of a way to get around this, you know?
Yeah, well, I initially watched it on Crunchyroll, and then to stream it on the computer, it's actually a lot easier to use, like, I don't know, Cartoons Online or
Oh,
something.
yeah, yeah. But then what we had to do was we had to, all right, so try and wrap your heads around this. We took the audio from the English dub, but then we took the visual, like we took the video of the Japanese version. So we're just kind of watching it subtitled, but it was kind of distracting though because like obviously when you translate a language, like so certain languages are weird to translate where like the subtitles aren't gonna like exactly match the English dub, you know. So
Well,
It was kind of so like they'd be saying the same thing, but not the same thing, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so that's localization
Yeah.
instead of direct translation. Localization makes it easier for an audience member to like understand because you're
Mm.
making it more American or more Western.
Yeah, 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 yeah. But yeah, that was really funny. But honestly, like the show's great, book. Maybe think about that, but just
It
avoid
is,
the
yeah,
manga.
but no,
It's not great.
the could not recommend the book. It is in a lot of places. It's really difficult to fucking sit
Do you,
down and listen to it. You're like, wow,
do you think when
wow.
do you actually think we'll finish that book or at least get through it? Because like even now, the more I think about it, I'm like, yeah, this guy's kind of a piece of shit. I don't really want to.
I mean, if it gets better, fine. But man, if that takes until like book 13 to get there, boy, I don't know if I can do it.
Yeah.
Um, it did offer us one of the funniest ways to say masturbate, though.
But take it from there then. That's what you
He's
take away from this show.
lamenting about in his past life there was a girl at his fucking like high school that he had a crush on, and then like he's talking about like, oh yeah, she was like this, she was like that, and you're like, oh wow, look, he remembers like a girl, and then he immediately fucks it up by saying, yeah, I could
Punch my
punch my
clown.
I could punch my clown at least 2 times a day with thinking about the fucking old high school friend trope, and you're like,
Yeah, no.
punch my
I don't.
clown is pretty good though. I'm not gonna lie. I have never heard somebody say that as like a
And I
masturbatory fucking thing.
and I thought flogging the dolphin was funny.
Flogging the dolphin, bleeding the bishop.
Yeah, that's new to me.
Yeah.
Tugging your third
Making the
leg.
bald bishop cry is also another one.
If the bald bishop cry.
Yeah.
I remember when I played San Andreas. There's like a British character who has a problem like that, and I remember it's fucking sweet when he's talking to CJ. Comes up with all these like funny different things, and he's like making CJ laugh. Fucking yeah. Whew. Well, it wasn't negative. It was funny though.
It was, yeah, and so instead now we're taking a break from that because like we got to the point where he's just saying some like it'll the story will be like, congratulations, Rudius, you have saved the animal kingdom. Oh, yes, that's really great. Thank you, thank you. We apologize for putting you in a cage. Now, if you will excuse us, we will throw you a feast. Awesome. I immediately turn to one of the girls and ogle her fucking fat tits, and you were just like,
Yeah.
because, well, no, the way that he fucking sentence structures it, it's more along the lines of like, wow, you know, it is really cool that we did that. Honestly, I feel a little bit more impressed about myself. We really are coming together as an adventuring party, and I still want to fuck my cousin. And you're like, ah, you're
Yeah,
like,
maybe we should stop talking about it because it's going to make us look bad now.
I mean, you listen, the anime is a lot better. It makes the characters a lot more likable. We decided to jump the gun and get ahead of the story
Yeah.
by like doing the book. The book is pretty not great.
Yeah.
It does get really descriptive in like the world building, but that's about it, man. Like it's really rough to fucking sit down and listen to that.
Yeah.
And we thought it would get like better over time, but it's actually starting to get worse. So we're just kind of like,
We'll probably put that on hold for like a week and then maybe see where we're at like mentally.
this is basically turning into our little book club. We've started listening to Mogworld again,
Yeah.
which is a Yahtzee Croshaw book. The
Yeah.
guy who did
Yeah.
like zero punctuation.
Yeah, and he's now doing a totally rambunctious, which is the same thing. Which after the escapist got shit canned by like poor management.
Yeah.
God, you look at that YouTube channel now. It's like holy shit! I've never seen a YouTube channel like have such a huge downfall.
I pray that they don't delete that because a lot of those videos are like fucking internet lore.
I think You know what? I don't think it's out the realm possibility for them to do that because I mean, if Machinima can get brought out and then like everything's erased, then I can kind of see that happening too. However, I will say one thing is that I do generally think that how do I say this? I'm trying to think what I was going to say. Oh, well, to be fair, a lot of people they've archived the escapist. What's his thing called again? That Yahtzee Crowshaw's thing?
His new thing?
No, no, his old one.
Oh, that was zero punctuation.
Yeah, like people have generally got that shit like saved. So
Yeah, it's all over Internet Archive. Unless Internet Archive also eats shit, and then you're kind of shit out of luck.
yeah.
But yeah, no.
Ooh.
This one is the Mog World is the story of a wizarding student who gets killed right at the beginning of the story, and then he gets revived by a necromancer, thinking that all of the zombies that he just created will become like his undead horde, but they have free will, so they ask for money and stuff.
Yeah.
And then they eventually go on an epic quest of sword and sorcery and fucking tomfoolery because it's a comedy book.
Hmm.
Would you say that it's Pratchett-esque?
Oh, 100%. You kidding me? Like when you
Yeah,
said Mogworld, I actually the first thing that came to my mind was Discworld. So I
yeah.
think it's pretty much on the nose in that regard.
Discworld has some really good video games.
You mean like the two that where the main characters are voiced by Eric Idle?
Yeah. Dude, Christopher Lee played Death in that one cartoon.
He did, yeah, and it's
Yeah.
like really fitting since he sounds like a demon. So
How could I forget? How could you forget what? Everything.
yeah, I remember thinking that Terry Pratchett was still alive, and I looked him up. He's been dead for quite a long
He's been
time.
dead for quite some time, yeah. like,
Yeah. To be fair, I discover things like really late sometimes. So
yeah, yeah. Hey,
so
but
let's see, right?
he was a goofball all the way to the end. I think he was well, didn't he write that one point and click Titanic game, like the space one?
I couldn't tell you. That's new to me. I'll probably look that up later when I'm editing. So,
Hold on.
dude,
Terry.
I want, dude.
I know, I'm going to do it real quick.
Okay.
Terry Pratchett books. Okay. I think so. We'll look it up later.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You
You're
know,
basically being an editor now. Hey
well, yeah,
Barry.
because I said to you,
Hey
yeah,
Barry, put that up. Ding.
Jamie, can you pull that up? The Titanic in space. Jamie.
Jamie, I'm not bald. Could you look it up?
Jamie, can you look? Jamie, can you find out if I'm bald or not?
Man, goodness gracious. I really haven't watched like the Joe Rogan podcast in a hot minute.
Well, you didn't really have anything nice to say the last few times you brought him up, so
Yeah, I know, but uh, it's just a shame. When you see something that you liked for a really long time, and then you just get, and it's not that like I super hate it. It's just not quite the same thing anymore.
oh, I know.
Also, I've been listening to it for like a decade, and I think now I'm just kind of like I have listened to every possible conversation that this guy could have.
Yeah,
In a weird
but yeah.
way, that actually would make it really funny for me to parody that shit.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you listen to this guy talk, I mean, I've told you before, like, I've listened to interviews of Stephen King talk, and he says the exact same, like, conversations and topics over and over again.
Yeah,
Like, an interview with Stephen King in 1989 is going to be the same interview in 2025.
yeah.
You know what I generally think is the most unique thing about Stephen King is probably that one I showed you and, our little Canadian friend is when he's at his house in 89, when he still had, like, black hair.
Yeah, on his Commodore 64.
Yeah.
His big old brick computer.
Yeah, he's fucking like Fallout computer. Yeah, I love that video by the way, where it's like where the guy asks him like, so with your speed, you can get a bunch of books out like every year. It's like, you see, I would if they were all good. Check this out. Here's a manuscript for a book I called The Island. It's a piece of shit. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, he does. He does kind of wax poetic about how to write in a lot of like roundtable discussions and shit.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's nice to see how. I will say one thing though, and this is coming from someone who has actually done a bit of writing myself now, because I mean, fucking, I made this comic, for example. He said something very interesting about writing, and I think it's true, which is like, I don't think writing can be taught, but I think it can be learned, and I think that's a really true statement because like, there's never really one way to like write something, you know. I mean, hell, you've told me books about like the Blood Meridian, where it's like very old style, old fashioned, you know.
Yeah,
So like, yeah, there's different ways to like, because I do generally think that writing can be kind of like a language in of itself, and
writing
yeah,
is literally language.
oh yeah, but you know what I mean. Like, you gotta kind of like, I do feel like when you write something, you gotta kind of like draw. I mean, the whole point is to draw the reader in. So if you can like figure out a way to like, you know, be like, you know, he walked into the thing, but you know, kind of like, you gotta like mesmerize them. You gotta like get them in hooked, basically.
There's a
So yeah.
book, not a book. It was more of a fucking short story that was sent in to
Hmm.
a news like a fucking publisher.
Yeah.
It was about a barbarian. I forgot what the name of it was, but it was so bad that it
Oh
has
yeah.
actually become a meme to try to read the fucking thing without laughing.
I gotta look that up later, and
Oh
then
god, I'm trying to remember what it was called. I think it was oh god, it's gonna bother me, but like, it is what it is. Like, it's so horribly, and you know what's insane too? This was like sent in like the 70s,
oh
and it was
yeah.
made by like a teenager. But this
Oh.
teenager was a really weird fucking goober, and
Hmm.
they found out later that this teenager didn't have a fucking typewriter, so they actually stencil wrote the entire fucking thing.
No shit, really.
Yeah, so that way it's like really like, nice text. That did like you would think that a guy who had enough time to do that would have fixed a lot
Could
of
pro-
the spelling and grammatical errors, but that is not the case.
I mean, he sounds dedicated, but I'm guessing he wasn't smart either.
It's called like the eye of something, but it is fucking hilarious.
I'll I'll um I'll try and find that later because that sounds fucking funny.
Yeah. If you ever wanted to have a drinking game, that one is definitely the one to. No, we would die.
Is it that bad, bro?
Dude, it's so fucking funny. There is one part that, like, kills people with laughter. And it's actually very early on in the fucking, like, book.
I was like, but it's barely like. How long is the book?
Oh, God, I think it's, like, fucking, like, I think it's anywhere between, like, 12 to, like, fucking 30 pages.
Okay.
It's not long. It is a short story.
Now, what I want to know is, so you said this is a famous book, right? That was like hilariously bad and
Infamous,
shit, you
yeah.
know.
Writers
So,
writers turn it into a game.
so what I want to ask is, did this get published and did this make money?
Oh, it's called the Eye of Argon.
I think I've heard that before, actually. The
I
word,
think we might have actually read that a long time ago.
the Eye of Orgon.
The Eye of Argon, yeah.
Gym thesis.
Jim Thighs, yeah, yep,
Nice.
that's the one.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, at home, if you want to fucking read something that's gonna put a big greasy smile on your face and maybe even a fucking chuckle or two, read The Eye of
Vampire.
Argon. knowing
Can I
that it
buy?
is fucking hilariously terrible.
Can I buy this? I can buy this.
There's a fucking free PDF, dude. It's been like this was not.
You know what? I'll read it. I'll read it online, and if it's like really funny to the point where I actually like chuckle, I might actually get a hard copy of it.
I hope it's illustrated. Fuck me. Oh god, I haven't thought about that in forever. My friends and I used to do a drinking game, yeah,
Yeah.
where if like you have to read it, if you fucking laugh, you have to like, take a drink and then like the next person in line has to read, which is probably the
That's-
most nerdiest drinking game now that I think about it.
I like the idea of like fucking hell. Yeah, because I'm trying to think like how bad could this be for this to be like drinking game worthy? But I'll probably find out later.
It's
So
infamous.
yeah,
Oh god. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
trying to like make a version here of like these two fuckers like he's carrying the other guy after he got like kicked in the face by Hunni Bunni.
Yeah, by insert famous spoiler character.
Yeah, John Mafia.
Jonathan Mafia. Time Crisis. Mafia Zone.
Tank, time crisis. Conference. I remember, when I started playing Time Crisis One, I kind of like gave up because like, I'll play this another time. I thought to myself, Time Crisis, comfort zone.
Time Crisis. Diamonds and more.
Kind of amazing how then. Well, then again, the James Bond wouldn't really work as just a rail shooter. So
Um, I think it would kind of work as a. See, the thing is that James Bond really isn't that famous for like shooting a fuckload of people. Like over the
I
course of
know,
time, maybe, but like he's not Rambo.
I know, yeah, but a lot of games always seem to be first-person shooters. I've noticed.
You would be surprised how many times James Bond just kills people with like vehicles or gravity.
Yeah.
There was that one that we watched where it had the Australian guy in it.
Oh, on Your Majesty's Secret Service.
Yeah, that movie was okay. It was a little bit boring, but then like when they do the ski chase, a guy falls into a fucking like snow plowing machine, and this blood just geysers out of the fucking thing, and we were like,
Yeah.
"Whoa!" Like, because there
Yeah.
wasn't much
Yeah.
happening for like an hour, and then we just see fucking like Friday the not Friday the 13th, the other one, Nightmare on Elm Street blood geyser in a James Bond movie. We were like, yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever watch the documentary about George Lazenby, like, about him getting that role and everything?
Oh yeah, and then he also got like the reason why he broke contract. It wasn't even because, so it was kind of like a fucking like really difficult contract to get out of because they basically have your ass for like 5 movies.
They literally call it the slave contract.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. Um, he would have been James Bond for 5 fucking films, and his
Yeah.
first outing at James Bond was actually okay and well received.
Yeah, well, it's not a bad film.
So and it could only go up from there because like the next movie was what like fucking
Diamonds Are Forever with what's his face again? Yeah.
yeah. So it is what it is, but he was on drug, and his producer was like, fuck these British movies, dude, like the Philippines is where it's really gonna be at.
Yeah, that didn't really go anywhere.
So they broke contract, and then fucking
Well, what also made me laugh too was when so like again with the contract they pretty much own you, and I remember he was really anal over like that where I mean I could kind of understand his frustration, but the thing that made me laugh was the fact that he showed up to interviews with a beard, which James Bond doesn't have a beard, so everyone's like, "Oh, I didn't think James Bond had a beard." It's just like, well, I'm not James Bond, that's why. He was just like being like an arsehole about that.
yeah, well, that's when you hire a guy that isn't an actor at all.
Yeah.
That's when you hire some guy.
Well, my another hilarious thing about that documentary is the fact that he was a male model because he did a lot of like adverts and what have you,
Okay,
and
this
the
story. Okay, this story. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, this was the '60s.
yeah. So what I'm about to say, like I'm quoting this just so you know, so it's not me saying this, but yeah,
Yeah.
basically. So basically, during the filming of James Bond, a producer came up to his room with a woman for the simple fact for him to fuck this woman, right? And then like he's fucking the woman. It's even it's even funny too because like George Lazenby was he's such a fucking sex hound that he's just like he even looks towards the producers like you want to jump in on this? They're like, oh no, carry on, it's all good. It's all, and then once they finish, he leaves the room, and he's just like, by the way, the reason why we did this was to find just to make sure you wasn't gay. It's just like
Which
he
is
does it.
super. It's super fucking ironic because the guy who edited the James Bond movie was massively gay.
Oh, was he?
Yeah. When you hear him in like the fucking they tried to make them disappear laserdisc like
Oh yeah.
commentaries, he's like, and this is where I've cut together the film, and you're like, okay, all right, okay,
Okay. Yes. Yeah. One thing I do.
those laserdisc commentaries are crazy.
Yeah. We might have said this before in a previous recording, but like, look up the Laserdisc commentaries of the first three films, and it is insane. Like, if you're someone who like doesn't like naughty language, like this will make you fucking shrivel up into an armadillo. Like the
Yeah.
fucking things that they say in this thing, it's just like,
Yeah, so there's like it was implied that the Pussy Galore is a homosexual, so this is the scene where James Bond has to be convincing enough to screw the queer out of her.
I think didn't he say screw the dyke out of her or something
Yeah,
like that?
yeah, he has to screw the dyke.
Yeah.
Once again, not our words, but
Yeah.
you mean to tell me that guys that like survived World War II and then fucking were massive weirdo shithead producers in the fucking 1960s
Yeah. Yep, yep, yep.
had some mouths on them? No.
Mhm. Oh God. Let's see. Right.
Those are hilariously fucking terrible, though. But I actually did
Uh,
fucking find it really funny.
I mean, there's some hilarity to be made in like horrible stuff. So let's be real.
I mean, they're all dead now, so I mean, you can't really.
Oh, I was gonna say you can't cancel dead people.
Yeah, most of them.
Maybe they're family members, but I don't know.
Most of them died in the 70s. They didn't even make it to the 80s, dude.
Yeah. I never even heard of a Twitter before. In fact, I'm not even alive to even say that. Fades away.
We said
You
before
know, but
reminded me of like Indiana Jones. Nobody's ever talked
hey,
about it before.
hey, man, it's me, Charlie. Did that guy just turn into sand?
What did we
Oh yeah,
watch?
Smiling Friends is
What did
over
we?
now.
Oh yeah, Smiling Friends, the cartoon.
Yeah, which, yeah, you know,
I mean, we saw that like some of the episodes weren't really massive hits, but you know what? They're probably gonna do like what, like one, two specials.
they said there's two specials due out in April, so it's not like over. You know, there's still some stuff in the can that's there to come out.
Well, that's good. They're probably gonna
Yeah.
do the Ed and Eddie style thing where it's gonna end with like a movie, basically.
Mhm. Yeah. Oh, by the way, do you see my screen? How's this looking? Oh, wait, what's that up there?
Uh, your posing has gotten a lot better.
Yeah,
When it
obviously,
when
yeah,
it comes to action sequences and stuff, yeah.
yeah. Obviously, if you need to resketch anything, you know. Oh yeah, that's where the guy's like carrying his friend up, being like, "You're gonna pay for this. We're not gonna forget about this." As he's like carrying his friend on a giant fucking scythe. You can change the weapon, by the way, if you think it's too much. But I think it'd be hilarious if this guy's just carrying a fucking Grim Reaper weapon.
A massive scytho.
Yeah.
Scythes are terrible weapons.
Yeah, they actually aren't that great as
They
a
are
weapon.
designed to cut grass at an angle.
Yeah.
Now they did make war scythes, but they made the blade flip straight upwards, so that way it's like a glaive.
Yeah. It's really funny because whenever I see like video games or characters using like scythes, like even though it's like fantasy and make believe, it looks really fucking awkward.
It's because it's an awkward weapon.
Yeah.
It's like if you have anything longer than a fucking short sword and you put it on your back, it is almost impossible for you to actually draw the weapon because your arm
Mm.
cannot accept. So you'd have to like pull the scabbard with one hand and then pull with the other hand, and you still probably won't clear the scabbard.
I thought that, yeah, because I remember when I played certain games, like the way they would draw swords didn't look ideal. Like it didn't look right, you know what I mean?
Berserk actually fucking solved this problem.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because Guts doesn't have a scabbard. He has like that weird like strap system where like he can like pop the sword off of it.
Yeah. I've got an idea given who this character's gonna be. He's gonna be like I thank you for your assistance, and then like when he turns around, Nina's gonna punch him in the face, given what he did earlier in the day. Makes sense, doesn't it?
I think yeah, yeah. I think my favorite part of this comic so far though is like this fight scene that I'm working on.
Yeah, yeah. You made it a whole lot better. Yeah.
Well, that and like not really using I'm taking the fight scene a little bit on a different approach. I'm actually like sketching them out instead of doing the 3D
Hmm.
because I want it to be more like flowing
Yeah.
instead of a little bit more stiff, if that makes
Yeah. Of
sense.
course. No, no, no. I get it. Like I said, like I can't originally like fight scenes. I couldn't really like do it properly.
You've gotten a little. We've been watching a lot more. You never really watched anime growing up, did you?
So my experience with anime was, unless you count like Pokemon when I was a kid, but I don't really class as like anime in my mind. But anyway, um, for the most part, growing up, I was actually I kind of like shut on Japanese things 'cause I always thought they were a bit weird, and then eventually I kind of like the video games kind of like slowly crept into my my interest. But the problem with anime was the people I would talk to were always into those like weird high school like stupid shit. It's like, oh, we're gonna make the chess club, and I'm like, the fuck is this bullshit? Why would you watch like 50 fucking of these animes? They're exactly the same. So then I kind of just assumed that this was anime where it's like stupid like high school bullshit.
We watched
So
so
then I just
many.
swore.
My dad
Yeah.
had the same problem. We watched so many isekais that he thought all anime was just isekais.
And it's not wrong to like assume that the medium is just that. So then I kind of assumed anime was a genre of just this like high school like bullshit. So
Yeah,
I'm like, so when someone said to me, "Hey, do you want to watch this?" I'm like, "Why would I?"
yeah, and then it was like, oh god, you've never seen this fucking movie before? It's like, no, and I'm not really into the whole anime thing. It's like, well, why aren't you? And you explain it the same way, and I was like, oh, dude, you gotta fucking watch this. And then we watched it, and you were like, I think it was Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind,
Yeah.
and you were like, that was actually really fucking good. And that started the ball rolling. And then you started watching some Yu Yu Hakusho with me.
Yeah.
No, we
Yeah,
no, we
you.
want no, fuck that. We started watching Dragon Ball, OG Dragon Ball,
Yeah. And
and
I
like
remember at some point, yeah.
I was like, this is gonna be a really hard sell. It is a very fun fucking adventure, and you're gonna love the characters. We do
Hmm.
have to get past the first episode, and you were like, oh, what? Is it a bad episode? No. But in like the first 30 seconds, we see Goku's like not tits. We see Goku's nuts. And he was like,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah. Yeah. That show is like it's very Japanese for like some of the wrong reasons, but I still really find it endearing.
It's very Japanese in some of the right reasons, though. One of the villains, like what is it, General Blue,
Oh my god,
is
yes, please
a
continue.
very buff, psychokinetic,
Gay man.
fucking gay man
Yeah.
who basically has the philosophy of Darth Vader, where if you fuck up, he'll just execute you.
Oh yeah, because I remember there was that one scene where because this show has like animal people like anthros, like anthro looking furries, but I just remember there's one scene where like a dog guy like fucks up and he's like, "Oh, I do not stand failure, execute him," and he's like, "Oh come on, man, I got a wife and two cubs." Around the
You,
corner. It's
you hear the machine gun go off. It's like,
There's a bit later on where like Bulma tries to use a woman charms to like charm in, and then he's just like, "Oh, ghastly," and then Karen's like, "Oh, great, he's gay."
disgusting.
Ghastly. I think General Blue is like my favorite villain,
I think
and
he might actually be one of the because he's also really competent. He actually almost wins and also almost kills all of the main characters in like one go.
yeah, but it kind of blew my mind too because I remember like being really attached to that character, and he was like, "It's like Adam, there's going to be a character that's even better than this." I'm like, I refuse to believe there's going to be a better character than this, and then
Not
eventually it happened, and
not
I was
only
like,
is he a better character than this, he's gonna kill this character in the face. Like,
yeah. And I won't lie, I was kind of sad to see him die, but then at the same time, like the character that kind of actually takes over, I'm like,
yeah,
oh hell yes.
Mercenary Tao or Tao Pai Pai.
Depending on which language you like watching
I like Mercenary Tao.
Mercenary Tao.
Mercenary Tao.
Mercenary Tao.
He is a man that is so physically powerful that he fucking like rips a pillar off of a wall, throws it in the air, jumps on it, breaking physics and flying through the air on his fucking thrown pillar.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Like I love it. By the way, in that Dragon Ball open world game, if you pre-order the game, you can use that pillar as like a way to get around.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Bear with me. I'm just gonna download some like punching poses
I
to like
like that
save some time.
the world's like best assassin runs around with a pink Chinese like one of those like pink Chinese kung fu robes,
Yeah.
but then it says just kill you in English on the back. Kill you.
Toriyama apparently liked writing in like not Romanian, but like like Roman. I know there's a word for like our languages, but yeah, basically like English and what have you. So yeah, he actually would take. I mean, the fact
Oh,
that this is a
it's
show where you got like the Middle
Romanji.
East.
That's like the Americanized Japanese.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
but like, I mean, the reason why the show's called Dragon Balls because he feel like he had like more of a punch in English as opposed to Japanese. Because even in the show, they say Dragon Ball. So
Dragon Boru.
yeah,
Yeah,
so yeah, like
in the opening title scene, like when they sued the song, Yuta no ze Dragon Boru.
Baloo, yeah. God, that's a song that gets stuck in your head for ages. Ba-da-da-da-da,
It's like that thing
da-da-da-da.
in South Park where we say English. We say English poorly. Don't worry, we do it all the time. Let's
Yeah.
go, Kikasu.
Kikasu, as a Tatamono, protect my balls.
What's insane to me is
Blue.
that song is actually 100% in Japanese.
Oh yeah, Trey studied Japanese, so he actually knows a
Yeah.
fair bit of Japanese.
So let's fight in love.
Hey, hey, let's go, Kinkasu. Taisa Totomono, protect my
What's insane to
balls.
me is like the part where it sounds like Kick Asseru.
Yeah.
That it sounds like Kick Asseru, but it's like Kinkasudu, and it's like
Hmm.
it means something actually in Japanese.
I'm guessing knowing Trey, you probably like use that as like wordplay.
Probably.
Let's fight in love.
You know what's a okay? You know what's a high school anime that you might actually like?
What's that?
Comey Can't Communicate.
What's that about?
It is about the hottest girl in high school that everybody wants to be friends with, but is very elusive.
Hmm.
The main character finds out that like the reason why she feels superior to like she comes off as superior to everyone
Mm-hmm.
and doesn't talk to them is because she's really fucking shy and doesn't want she can't bring herself to speak to anyone,
Okay.
and it's a comedy
Mm.
and it's really
Okay.
funny.
Probably look. I might look that up later. Oh yeah, that's a fucking power punch right there. Yeah, they probably die if you get hit by this fucking bitch.
Do it all the time.
Yeah, talking about General Blue reminded me of in Time Crisis 2, that beginning at that one villain at the beginning of 2 whose name is Jackoff, apparently.
Yakov.
Yakov.
Yeah.
Yes, it would have been very problematic if this had got out there.
He does the girliest open hand slap, but it launches that bitch into the room. So I was just like, whoa.
Well, well, it appears we have a guest. Looks like we've caught you just in time. A leak like this would have been problematic, to say the least.
A punch like that, and you think you're gonna conquer the world.
Yeah, he actually like because he punches her first, and he's like, "You think you're gonna take over the world with a punch like that?" And like slaps her. Yeah.
Yeah, but that slap, and it looks like a half-hearted slap too. He just kind of like open palms,
Yeah.
but it just like knocks her onto the ground, and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think the big bald buff guy in that is really funny.
Oh, where like his accent changes between like 3 different things.
Yeah, he's a black guy with sunglasses who's really fucking buff. He's bald, and then he's
Yeah.
like, "We must go have the." But then, like right before he fights you, he's just like, "I think it is time for you to say goodbye."
Don't do goodbye. Yeah. So I learned something about that game in the second game. So when you're playing 2-player, depending on who has the most points, actually like takes the lead in certain aspects. Because
Yeah.
when I was playing when I was playing as player 2, I was like, wait a minute, I've been in this area before as player 1, and then I looked it up, and it turns out that depending on who does the best in 2-player, like for example, when the bit where you use the machine gun to fight against the
Yeah,
the tank.
I told you about that. If you have the low score, you have to go fight just goons.
Yeah, and then not only that too, like that guy you mentioned, the one who's like goodbye, like he I noticed that when I was fighting him, I was in the same position as before, which means that also probably affects that as well. So,
Yeah.
but that game's awesome though. Like I wonder if there's a way for me to play the double gun mode on the emulator, which I'm actually looking to think if I'm actually starting to think like, oh my god, could I actually get like 2 mice? Like, could I get like two mice and like just fucking play at my computer with like 2
Now
mice?
here's the thing. You like one of the mice, you will constantly have to hold down the duck button
Yes.
because you have to press both duck buttons in order to dodge.
Yeah.
Hello, audience. Do you like Time Crisis?
Time Crisis. Fucking Crisis. Oh, Crisis so was so good. Shall we talk about the when I like barely won that other campaign like with the skin of my teeth?
So he never heard of Crisis Zone because it was
Yeah.
a more obscure like arcade title, and then they basically just HD'd the game up for the PS2.
Yeah.
I was like, that game is fucking awesome because it has so many destructible environments, and your character moves a lot through the scenes because instead of ducking behind cover, he has a riot shield.
Yeah. You have a right shield and you have a machine gun in one hand and you're constantly on the move.
Yeah, which is really fun. It is a really fun game, but
Yeah.
while they were playing, go on.
So I finished the main. So whenever these games got ported to console, they actually had extra content. So in this game, not only does it look better, but when you finish the game, you unlock an extra campaign where you're basically fighting a guy at like a top of a casino or something. But what ended up happening was I was going through for the first time and I got hit quite a few times near the end of the game. And then on the final fight where you're on you're in a helicopter and you're like fighting the guy in a speedboat, I had no credits left and I had one like health bar.
And this
So,
guy was
if I got
dumping
hit
bullets
once-
at you.
Yeah, the guy's throwing bullets and lasers at you, and then what made it even harder too was like there's also jetpack guys that pop up that fly around the screen, and this game's also time sensitive, so if you lose time, you lose a life. So in other words, if I fucked up once, it would have been over, and I won with the skin of my teeth.
He pulled it out. We were just like, oh
I, I,
yeah.
man, I was so like the adrenaline was high. Like when I was at work, that after that, like I fucking man, playing those games and then going to work doing what I do, like your adrenaline is so high that you actually perform better at work, given what I have to do.
You shouldn't say that out loud. Maybe actually, you
What?
know what? No, say that out loud. Mr. Boss, you know what would actually increase our productivity if we had a time crisis machine in the lunchroom?
Can you imagine? It's like on my little team, like it's like okay, so and so's not doing well. Do you want to play some Time Crisis?
No, could you imagine though? Like, but it does actually increase everybody's performance.
Yeah, yeah,
Like everybody just like does their like parcel scanning job by just like they actually do like the time crisis like double tapping and shit.
yeah, yeah. I remember our funny little friend was just like, I go around work and all I see in my like peripheral vision is action.
Oh my god! So when I started playing computer games, we still had like the CRT monitors.
Yeah. Oh God, really?
Yeah, because I played Command and Conquer Red Alert 2 when it came out. So that would have been
Oh
2000,
Jesus.
2001.
Yeah.
Boy, uh, staring at a monitor like that for hours and hours and hours actually like when you finished playing the game and closed your eyes, you could still see the game.
Yeah, those old monitors were not good for your eyes.
Yeah, it's probably why I wear glasses.
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I probably absolutely shit wrecked my eyes.
It kind of amazes me. Like my eyesight was like really bad. Like I was. Do you have any idea how bad my eyesight used to be before I had laser eye surgery? I was practically blind without glasses. You know, like that's how bad it was. And looking back, like I actually think to myself, like, man, it's a miracle I didn't have those like jam jar like eye lenses. You know?
Well, I mean, like, so I can't get eye surgery because I have like stigmatism, but it's brought on by the fact that one of my eyes is slightly looking in a different direction than the other one.
Oh no, shit, really?
Very slightly. Like you would never really notice it.
Mm,
You would never really notice it unless I took a picture at like a certain angle and then you'd be like, "Wow, yeah, you do kind of have like googly eyes." Huh.
yeah.
But yeah, so even if I did get the surgery, eventually my eye would fuck up again, which
Yeah.
sucks. That sucks.
Yeah.
I think
I
the
got
only
kind of
eye
worried.
surgery I would ever get, just in case it ever did happen, is if I got like cataracts. I would 100% spend the fucking money in order to get rid of that.
Yeah, I got kind of worried a bit ago because like my eyes started getting blurry, but then I realized I was lacking vitamin D.
Yeah,
So I actually think that might have been the problem because like I have like dark circles under my eyes because the truth is like I don't really see the sun that often given my the current lifestyle, you know. So
yeah, you need vitamin D. It's kind of
yeah,
really important.
yeah.
You could get cancer.
Can you actually get cancer from that?
Oh yeah, if your vitamin D is low, it fucks up your like fucking potassium levels and a whole bunch of other shit, and it could like cause that.
Oh
Also,
shit,
like
really?
thing that I found out is Parkinson's can be caused by not getting enough sleep over a very long period of time.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I guess got a lot of improving to do.
Every single time you do an all-nighter where you just work the entire time,
Yeah.
every time you do that, you take a small hit, like a small possibility that you can get Parkinson's.
Jesus. Yeah.
Don't quote me on that. I'm not a
I can
doctor.
believe. I can believe it though.
Yeah.
Ooh. But yeah.
Which it,
But
it
yeah,
kind
we've
of
been.
explains why Michael J. Fox ended up getting Parkinson's, because he did Back to the Future
That's
at the
right.
same time that he was
That's
doing a
right.
TV
Yeah.
show.
Yeah, because what happened was I actually, you know what, I have the book about this. Funny enough. So what happened was they had a different actor. His name escapes me.
Yeah.
Um, play Marty, and then like they realize early on, it's like, man, this guy has like no chemistry whatsoever. So they got rid of him, and then they were like, all right, we wanted Michael J. Fox, but he's busy doing this TV show, and then that's when he actually called to be like, hey, I read the script, I'll work nights if needs be. So yeah,
But
the rest is history.
I cannot get out of my contract for the TV show.
Yeah. I do remember reading the book too, where it was just like, man, really goes to show how much of a difference like one person can make, because like the energy was just off the charts with this guy. Because it'd be like, yo, Doc, you know, like just, I mean, you've watched the film, so you know exactly how he sounds. But
I've seen
yeah,
Rick
like,
and Morty. I know how it works.
yeah. But yeah, there is actually footage, by the way, of the original actor they had. I think his name was Eric Stoltz, I think.
Yeah, they filmed they filmed a lot of shit with him. They had to reshoot a lot of the scenes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And in some sequences, it actually still is Eric Stoltz, but from behind.
Is it?
Sometimes, yeah. There are some scenes where it's literally him, yeah.
Yeah. Eric Stoltz.
It also helped that, fucking... name escapes me now. Who played Marty McFly? God damn it.
Michael J. Fox.
Yeah, Michael J. Fox could also, skateboard. That helped.
Yeah. I can imagine, yeah. It is really weird watching the footage of when it's Eric Stoltz, because like they do really like look alike to an extent.
I mean, the big thing is he was handsome and it could have worked, but apparently the chemistry between the lead actress didn't work.
Yeah.
Did you know that the girl from the first movie is not the same actress in the second movie?
Oh, I'm aware, yeah, because I think didn't know her mother die or something, and she had to deal with that.
Yeah, but I never noticed that.
Yeah, it's a different woman. Like, it's actually they had to reshoot the scene, repeat the scene with a new actress. Yeah.
Yeah, but I never noticed it.
They were pretty good at hiding it.
Because I was watching the movie and I'm like, because if you watch the movies not back to back, you're like, oh yeah, it's the girl. But then if you watch them back to back, you're like, who the fuck is this lady? Wait, what?
Okay, let's see.
That third one is a mixed bag, because I kind of like that movie.
I started watching it just before Christmas, and I never finished it. I actually kind of stopped halfway through. I was like, I'll probably watch this some other
I'm not
time.
a big fan of the second one.
Oh, no shit, really?
No. I think that movie and the future scenes just look really ugly.
You could argue that was probably the case, given what the future turned out to be.
I don't know.
I do remember.
It just has a lot of It has a lot of special effects that don't work. As good as that movie series is, the fucking old face makeup looks fucking atrocious.
I mean, there's a lot of films that kind of fuck up the old man. I remember even in the Harry Potter film, the last one, the old person makeup looks really weird on the cast.
You know which old man makeup fucking not only won Oscars but also kind of ruined the career of the fucking actor because people thought he was old as fuck?
It wasn't the Amadeus, was it?
It was Amadeus, but also there was another movie. It was Citizen Kane.
Oh yeah.
A lot of the old man makeup in Citizen Kane actually looks really fucking good.
So in this scene right here, I'm gonna have the character be like, yeah, I think I kind of deserve that one. And then probably over the shoulder you see Nina rubbing her fist, being like, so.
Yeah.
Now, do I want to cut to? Now I'm trying to think. Should I cut to Hunni in the shit pipe, or should I?
The shit pipe.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. So I don't want to wander on these chuckle fucks for too long.
Yeah. So she Metal Gears through a toilet.
Yeah, that's all you're gonna get, I'm afraid.
Yeah. Dun 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 dun.
Colonel, I've made it past the Corin. What now?
Corn kernel.
Cordle.
Corn kernel.
I think Honey Bunny could be a good stealth kind of character if she put her mind to it.
That MGS2 theme is really fucking good.
Yeah.
And then at the end, it does the fucking, like, the sad
Sad
version. And then because of contract bullshit, it wasn't in Metal Gear Solid 4.
Well, that's because the Russians tried to sue him.
The Russians.
Yeah, because remember when I told you about the alleged song that they plagiarized?
Yeah, I Mandela effect myself because I thought that it was in MGS4, but it wasn't.
No, it got pulled. To give you an idea how late it got pulled, you know when they were making a Super Smash Brothers Brawl, there's actually files referencing the theme song, but it happened as that was happening, so they had to like pull it last second.
You know what? Yeah, because I was like, I remember it being that song, and then I watched the footage again, and it's that fucking like, bing, boing,
Which I think is quite good.
Bing.
Yeah, which I actually find kind of fitting in my opinion. So,
Konami games in general have really good music.
yeah. It is kind of weird how they're almost coming back with their new games because, like, they had an original Silent Hill, which was that F game, which apparently people are quite talking positive about, and they're doing another Silent Hill game where it's first person in a Scottish like fishing town.
Yeah.
God, I remember. Oh, that's going to be a funny story. A couple of funny stories. So I put on the State of Play, which is like the PlayStation thing that they like announce games and shit. And I remember that trailer started playing, and halfway through I was like, it's fucking Silent Hill. It's fucking Silent Hill. And you're like, no, it's not fucking Silent Hill. Go fuck yourself. And then at the end, Silent Hill. I'm like, oh, get fucked. I was right. You was wrong. Yeah.
Who are you watching that with?
I was with you, you cunt.
Oh.
It was the same one where like they had Tekken on screen. I was like, oh my god! Like, and then our friend was like, oh yeah, Tekken 5. I'm like, yeah, Dark Resurrection. He was like, you're such a nerd, Adam. Time Crisis, and like straight after that. Yeah. Funny enough, Time Crisis as well. So yeah.
Time Crisis.
Yeah, because they announced that what they're going to do is they're going to have it playable on the PS5, but then you can use like the PS5 controller as like the gun kind of like pointing thing.
Yeah.
Which is, I guess, is an okay alternative since I guess people don't want to spend money making like peripherals anymore.
Hey, independent game developers, you want to make infinite money? Make a light gun that works on flat screen TVs.
Yeah.
You don't even need to fucking like just make sure that it works with like Unity and Unreal. Just make sure that it plays nice with Unity and Unreal. You don't even need to program the fucking games that come out of it. Just make the gun.
Yeah.
You want to be a fucking turbo millionaire? Because fuck me, like if light gun games came back and they weren't shitty fucking dog shit Wii era motion controls.
Yep.
And they were just really snappy fucking like, shooting controls, you would be rich beyond your wildest fucking dreams.
Yeah, he's not wrong. I wonder if it's possible to play that Cabela game on the emulator, the one where it's like the weird supernatural African shit.
If Time Crisis could do it with a fucking RCA cable and a PS2 controller port, you could probably find a way to do it.
Yeah.
Using Bluetooth space magic.
Yeah. That Wild Dog theme like lives in my head rent free.
I think the other one to me that like sticks in my head is just the opening fucking music for MGS1.
Oh yeah, they. Yeah. Ding 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 ding
Metal
ding ding ding. Ding.
Gear.
Metal Queer
Metal Beer.
Deer. I love that animation where it's like Snake and Lady Demetress. It's like the new game, Boy and Deer, is a new one we can all fawn over. Nya, nya, nya. Metal Deer.
Yeah. Konami. You know, it's a fucking cool series that eventually got really bad because they were just like, let's just make it impossibly hard.
What's that?
Was Contra.
Oh yeah.
Contra just started becoming so fucking hard that it became unplayable.
Yeah.
Because the first game's pretty hard, but it's beatable. The second game is pretty fucking hard. Because it's beatable, but it does get a little bit fucking bullshit in some parts.
Yeah.
Then Contra 3 for the Super Nintendo, it's like, dude, what the fuck are we doing, man? Like, there's a whole mission, there's a whole part of that where you're like jumping on missiles and shit. And it's just like, ooh, this is a little bit real. And then the fourth one is like impossible. Also, it's on like the DS.
I do know there was like a shitty 3D one on like PS1 or something.
Yeah.
Back when like back when the next logical step was to go 3D.
Yeah, some games only really work in 2D.
Yeah.
I actually preferred a lot of the 2D the Red Alert. What is that? Command and Conquer. There we go. I actually preferred the isometric 2D Command and Conquer games over the 3D ones.
No, really.
Yeah, but that's more of an aesthetic choice. If I'm gonna play something for 50 billion hours, I might as well like be visually entertained. There's some games that I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking play this because it's ugly.
Oh no, like visual aesthetics is an important thing as well. So
You know what the ugliest fucking game and subsequently the ugliest fucking show ever made was?
what's that?
Tak and the Power of Juju.
That game. You must have been reading my mind because for some odd reason that game popped to my head this morning, and I only ever played demos of the first one.
It is one of the ugliest. Like every character in that game looks like they smell like shit.
Yeah, which is probably the case when you think about it.
Ja poo poo. Well, they are called ja poo poo nyu nyu.
Well, I just remember. I only know the premise of the first game where everyone's getting turned into sheep or something.
I don't even know what the fucking plot of that game is, dude.
Yeah, like there's some kind of like villain that's like turning everyone into sheep, and you have to like basically save the world or something.
Spin the dango, save the world. What
Yeah,
fuck
that
was
series.
from?
I'm assuming it did well enough because there's like 3 fucking sequels to it.
There's 3 sequels, a fucking like I think 2 seasons of a cartoon,
Yeah,
and you're like, but why though?
I do generally think that it's just a simple case of there was just nothing. I think it's a case of there was just really nothing else to like really play at the time. Maybe actually no. What am I saying? Games were coming out like every other week. Like what am I saying?
I don't know. Maybe it's a good game, and we just don't like it because it's ugly as piss.
Yeah, I do like how you say that they all look like they stink of shit, and the 4th game is called The Guardians of Gross.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a show that fell flat on its feet because it did look ugly as sin. Was also like Fanboy and Chum Chum.
I haven't even heard of that. I'll look that up later when I'm edited. Bad Boy and Chub Chub.
It's made in that 3D style, like Jimmy Neutron.
Oh, okay. Okay. I mean, Jimmy Neutron's kind of ugly looking, but it's charming.
See, it's good though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
If it wasn't good, you couldn't really. I can like. There's some times where if something's ugly, I can get past it. If it's like the show Flapjack. That's
Yeah.
that's designed to be ugly, but that's the joke.
Right, you know what? Oh, by the way, how does this look? So he's like, "Thank you. I." Oh, yeah, I think I deserve that one.
But that's the exception to the rule. Most of the time, I like actually looking at things that are not fucking awful.
Yeah, yeah. Do you see my stream?
Yes.
Does that look? How's this look?
Uh, for the punch, maybe like tilt the face a little bit more. The guy getting punched, like have his head just turn a little bit more.
Okay, so just like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, that looks way better.
Nice.
Simple
Okay.
change.
Ding, 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 ding.
I almost dog shitted up my YouTube algorithm again with
No, what did you do this time?
those movie
Oh, recaps.
summary recap film, like, yeah, the bad
Yeah.
AI ones too.
Hello and welcome to the thing.
The man walks over to the window and he realizes that there is a woman.
Yeah, I you know what's sad though about those videos is like it is a really good way to find like stuff to watch, but I don't want to give. It's like the thing of it's like the price of submission. It's like I don't want to give these chuckle fucks like the views because it's really just low tier effort, you know. But God, you can find some good stuff if you just like swallow your pride and just have a look at it.
Yeah.
It's like when I found out about that anime anthology series where it's like the man is infected and he's immune to like the virus around him, but he's also a carrier, and it's just like it's some kind of like weird anime where this guy's like like a walking like time bomb, and yeah, like pretty much what I just said. Yeah, but again, I had to watch one of those stupid fucking videos in order to like find out what it was.
Like that AI woman voice that needs to like go away. Like the TikTok woman voice.
Hello, and yeah, that one's like really bad.
Number 15.
Yeah. I don't know how anyone could have like made that voice and said, "Yes, this sounds really good to the ears."
They took the Watch Mojo voice lady. They took her
Yeah.
and then like gave her like red wine. That's what it says. She sounds drunk.
She kind of does, yeah. God, watch Mojo.
Watch what happens. Those are the videos that really grind my gears. Because you could just have a video of like a dog saving somebody or a cat doing something cute. But then I guess audience retention or like media literacy is so bad that somebody has to be like, look at the thing, you 4-year-old.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we've shat on that before in like previous recordings, but like, one thing I do find hilarious is like that's a channel that's the pinnacle of like starving for content because they'll have like the bitch basic where it's like top 10 80s films or like 80s action films, which is forgiven because that's like normal. But then they get really, really weird where it's like top 10 monkey detectives. It's like I didn't even know this was a genre.
Monkey detectives.
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah.
Like that's like I've never seen a channel that's like starving for content for like daily content because yeah, it's like that's like saying top 10 push daggers in like media. So
What was the name of the? Oh yeah, the Watch Mojo people, dude. I used to watch so much Watch Mojo top 10 lists.
they're me too, and you know what? Even though I'm shitting on them now, they were entertaining to watch. But goddamn, as an adult now, I'm like, this is so like easy content to do.
Number 15. If you're ever wondering, and
Yeah.
it still gets a lot of views. That lady must be fucking turbo rich. She was in like every fucking like once in a while there'd be like a Weasley guy doing the top 10.
Yeah,
But-
it's probably when she was like on break or something.
That lady has to be a fucking turbo billionaire because she is in every fucking episode of that shit.
Wouldn't surprise me. All right, let's see. I'm trying to think here. So, Hunni Bunny's in the ship pipe.
Yeah, so previously, and he got on my case about this like earlier.
Oh
We're
yeah.
basically done looking up shit. So now, if we come off as ignorant, it's just because we're not gonna go on Google.
Yeah, so basically what it was I was listening to previous recordings and I noticed one thing that we keep doing as a bad habit is just constantly like stopping the drawing and just looking stuff up in the Google, which is like, well, why am I even editing this at this point, if we're just going to do this? And it's also the case of like, I don't want to give the impression that we have like ADHD or something.
But we do.
So, and I don't, I'm perfect, but I am a god amongst mortals. No, but like,
I'm a god amongst mortals. Anyways, time crisis, dude.
I'll handle the. You're not gonna draw. I'll handle this myself.
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 Self.
Seeing that rich bastard just pop up with a fucking rocket launcher is so funny.
Well, Doug, why have you not eliminated them yet? Fine, I'll handle this myself.
You fucking go to the Meta offices and like fucking Mark Zuckerberg pulls up with a minigun out from underneath the table.
It did, and then he goes like he shoots a bottle of Sweet Baby Ray's at you, and he goes, "It is time for you to say goodbye."
Goodbye. Man, given like where the world is right now, and like us playing this like game with like these weird evil rich people, like the fucking
Having a tech billionaire version of Time Crisis.
yeah, it's probably
Like,
not out of the realm of possibility.
You go
honestly.
like zone select, and it's all different locations in like Salt Lake City.
Or like Silicon Valley, yeah.
Yeah, that's where Silicon Valley is. You fucking
Oh, is
goof.
it?
Salt
I
Lake
don't
Ci-
fucking know.
Salt Lake City is in Silicon Valley, like,
Okay, then. Well, I guess
or
for
vice
yeah.
versa. It's one of the two.
Yeah. Probably gonna have like her eyes closed, and then she's. Actually, no. Would she? I mean, she wasn't knocked out. I'm trying to think. How does one traverse shit water?
How does one? You mean float?
Yeah.
Swim?
How does one swim when their arms are tied up?
There's actually a guy with no arms that's like winning fucking swimming races.
Oh, like Paralympics kind of thing.
I don't know. I think he's actually just doing like regular races against people, and he's winning,
Oh.
even though he has no fucking arms.
Fair do.
I mean, you could just kick swim your entire fucking thing.
I mean, that's true. Yeah. I'm just trying to visualize what this will look like, so bear with me. I mean, I've done quite a lot today for this recording, so...
Yeah. How long have we been recording? An
It's
hour and 37 minutes. Wow.
Yeah. I'll let you decide when we stop, so...
We'll never stop. So anyways, bye guys, and be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe when you... No.
I play Time Crisis.
Time Crisis.
You will get a time for you to say goodbye.
Hunni Bunny. Bunny Zone.
Bunny Zone. I remember saying to you off camera, I was like, man... I can actually. There's a part of this story where, like, if we actually got the money to make like a fucking like railgun shooter of Hunni Bunni, I know exactly who it would be and where it would be. So, in the story, like, we're gonna be the one arseholes that like actually make that happen. Right, we're bringing back railgun shooters.
It's not that hard to make.
I think you said it was hard to make.
The gun part is hard to do. If you're just doing like a point and click with a mouse, it's actually really fucking easy. You put the enemies on a fucking timer to pop up and then disappear.
Okay.
And then you, like, when you click on them, that disappears. It does a death animation. That's it. That's literally the entire... And then you, like, everything is on timers, and you have to, like, get X amount of points or whatever. It's actually really easy to make a fucking, like, shooter. It's just that nobody wants to do it anymore.
Yeah. Well, I'm very like pro PC, so like whatever. Even if we don't have like a light gun made, I want it to at least be a PC game you could play with like either your mouse or keyboard. So
We do typing of the bunny.
typing up the bunny, yeah. Typing up the bunny.
Tapping up the door this time.
And then like we just have like really flamboyant villains. Yeah, yes, Hunni Bunny. It appears that you have lost your chains. Good, we don't want you to be running around freely now, do we? Punch.
You ever notice in anime, like, the fucking weird knife guy is always, like, weirdly flamboyant?
I have noticed that, yeah. I think, you know what I think it is? I think they think that people who are into that are, like, very elegant and, like, be like, yes, I shall slice them up and carve them a pretty face.
Oh, I am going to stab you, licks blade.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, we did have this dog lady kind of do something like that in, like, one of the pages.
She's not flamboyant, though.
No, she's just a
God,
psycho.
could you imagine if we made her flamboyantly gay?
That would be hilarious, but we might say that for another character.
We literally cannot do that.
Why? Well, then again, I've already I've already written it, so we can't do it now. So,
dude, every single one of our characters is fucking women. We can't make them all gay because then this is gonna be fucking. This is the wokest fucking comic that I've ever seen in my life. Could you make one character maybe like a boyo or something?
yeah, there's gonna be some loser that'll probably say some shit like that. Yeah, but
yeah, no,
I mean,
all of these characters being women is just like completely by fucking happenstance.
Oh yeah, I didn't consciously make them women. It just happened. Like even, I mean, let me put it to you like this: like if any of them does come out as gay, it's only because of like the scripts just kind of happened. You know, it's not that I consciously decided that this girl was going to be gay. Like it's never going to be like that. I'm not that kind. I don't like people being gay for the sake of being gay. Like I like characters. I just think it's obnoxiously stupid. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fucking Adam 2026. I don't like people being gay. Yeah, just take that right out of context. No, like
no.
No, there's nothing wrong with like somebody like liking a particular thing. It's just just for the sake of it being it. That's the.
It's like the force. It's like when it's like forced into the writing is what I mean to say.
Yeah.
Like I mean, Ubisoft games are really bad for that. Like I remember playing The Division, the first game, and then the woman just felt the need to mention that she's gay, and I'm like, oh, okay. Like that, like it really comes out of nowhere. I'm like,
Could you imagine if like you had a Resident Evil style game and like the entire game it's just a lady like fucking murking the shit out of like zombies and stuff, and then right at the end she has like a fucking Leon Kennedy moment where she's just like, and now I'm gonna go home to my wife, and then it just credits. Like,
yeah, that would be the funniest. Like, honestly, that wouldn't really piss me off. Honestly,
no, it wouldn't because it's not like. Okay, like imagine the reverse of this for a moment. And think about how many movies are ruined by this fucking shit, where it's a really cool action or war movie, and then they add a fucking love triangle to it.
Yeah.
It doesn't even have to be gay. It's like some plots really don't need a fucking romance.
Yeah, I hate forced romances.
RoboCop has a strong lady in it. You know what he does? Not romance her.
Well, not only that too. He also has a wife already. So
yeah, but like she thinks he's dead.
I know. Yeah.
And if she saw him, she'd probably be like, "Oh."
You know what I could probably do for inspiration for like references here is probably look up the intro for Kingdom Hearts when he's like falling into the water.
Square Enix has a really good fucking track record of making awesome video game trailers, and then when you actually play the games, you're like, this is a little autistic.
They're a bit hit and miss, yeah.
This is a little autistic, I'm not gonna lie.
Ha 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 ha.
You will not take Kyrie's heart?
You will not take Kyrie's heart? You will get... I'll never forget the end of Kingdom Hearts 1 where it's like, you again? I will have to kill you myself when he fights Ansem.
My favorite thing about watching you play the second one, I think, was
Time Crisis.
No, Kingdom Hearts.
Did you watch me play that?
Yeah, because you were like, look at the Pirates of the Caribbean, look at how good their character models look.
Yeah,
it's just fucking like Pete.
Just Pete, be like, just standing right next to them. Yeah.
Hello there, pirates. Hello there, actual film accurate pirates. Mickey Mouse and the boys are gonna come and try to get you, so you gotta get the powers.
You gotta avoid that kind of magic you seek. It's not from this world. And then I also like how they almost not fourth wall break, but point out how different like Pirates of the Caribbean is compared to most Disney stuff. Where it's like, yes, that's your names. I will carve it on your tombstone just to be sure. And Pete's like, whoa, I like your style.
I like your style. Don't gonna get the Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
It is insane to
yourself.
me how many fucking characters are just like Jim Cummings.
Yeah. Yeah.
He plays Pete, Winnie the Pooh. He plays Tigger. He plays like almost every single character in like the fucking 90s morning cartoons.
Yeah.
So my question is that once this guy's gone or retires, what the fuck is Disney gonna do?
Well, then again, will they like entertaining AI?
That would suck.
Yeah, fucking soulless. By the way, ever since we took a break from recording, AI as a concept is being shat on so hard now to the point where there is a very small chance that the AI bubble will pop. But that's not to say the technology is going away.
I mean, it's already causing like massive financial fucking problems.
Financial problems, and there's also the environment problem, which was also a problem with NFTs as well. So like, I reckon by the time we hit the end of the year, I think there's going to be a massive change. I mean, there's also that thing I mentioned too about that one like Canadian singer that's suing Google because the AI labeled him as a sex offender. So yeah, so there's a very small chance that by the end of this year, there's going to be some new laws passed about AI because it's getting kind of out of hand now.
I think the funniest AI thing is that there's one podcast called the Unsubscribed Podcast. And it has a whole bunch of like gun YouTubers in it and like, military centric YouTubers.
Yeah.
My favorite part about that is they have a running joke where there's a guy called Brandon Herrera on there. He's like the AK guy. The running joke is that they instead of him having stolen valor, he has forced upon valor. So whenever they have a veteran come over on the podcast, they keep giving him medals and saying that he earned it. To the point where if you ask like ChatGPT who Brandon Herrera is, it says that he's a highly decorated war veteran that has like 14 Purple Hearts and like 2 fucking Medal of Honors.
Yeah.
And he's just like, you guys fucked me. Like,
well, but I mean, as funny as that is, that's also the dangers of AI too, because like it's clearly going off like an algorithm where it's like, oh yeah, this guy has like these men of Purple Hearts. It's like, no, like I don't. Like the AI is going off false information, and that's the danger of it,
Yeah, but we do live in a fucking goober world now because that guy's running for Congress and he's probably gonna win.
Yeah, I mean, you and I have always made the joke saying like we're living in a world now where like a YouTuber could be president.
Oh, so, 100%.
Yeah. Fucking just in a few years' time. Howdy. Fucking hey, what's going on? US citizens. It's PewDiePie. It's just like, well, it wouldn't be him because he's Swedish, but
No, but could you imagine though, like fucking yeah, baby, my fucking stinky butt in the White House now, dude.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? It's Critical.
There's nothing I like more than foreign investment.
Nothing brings me more joy than threatening people with the bomb.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go. Send it.
Yeah.
See the fucking bombs on the horizon. Oh fuck.
Oh fuck. Yeah, it's just like a repeat of his like Fallout 4 video, but real. Come on, everyone! I need you to come with me. Come on. Why is no one paying attention to me? It's because I'm perpetually sinking.
God damn, you fucking Hadouken beam with the spirit bomb right into my asshole. Fuck. What's the other one? What would be? Oh God, could you? Oh no. Could you imagine if Mr. Beast became president?
That is like the last like cretin I want to be president. No offense to him, but like I don't really like his content.
We're
So
gonna give $1 million to everyone in Wyoming, but we're gonna light it on fire. Like
yeah,
we're gonna have
I
60 billion fucking like GoPros set up to film the whole thing.
I worked with Elon Musk to create some AI robots, and whoever managed to outrun the robots managed just to feed their families for the rest of the week.
Whoever gets to survive the Terminators.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to do some sketching on this one because I don't have like pipes as like
That's
3D
fine.
models that I can effectively use. So imagine right now she's in like a big like drainage system or something, you know.
We're gonna hit the Oval Office with a train and see how close we can get to smashing through the.
Oh god,
God,
how am I gonna visualize this? Hold on.
or one of those like Andrew Tate style fucking like broscape guys.
Oh, that'd be the worst person to have as president. But then again, we're kind of. I imagine some of the people that surrounded like current presidents probably like that. So
Hey there, guys. You see this? This is the Oval Office. But you see this bookshelf? Knowledge.
knowledge, yeah. Ugh.
Fucking kill me.
Yeah. How do you spell moat? Is it MOAT?
You know, we never actually established what the fucking king of this land actually looks like.
Oh, you mean in the comic?
Yeah.
Well, the way I've written it. But then again, I don't want to spoil anything. But
I don't think we
yeah,
ever really actually see him.
not right now, anyway.
Because there's like a massive plot point that involves his fucking ass, and we don't even know what the fuck the character is.
There's a lot of political characters. I mean, you could sketch it out at some point because I have descriptions for him.
That's fair.
What's that?
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't wait till we get to some of the other races, though. Given what you said the other day,
I can't wait until we get to the goop.
the goops, yeah, the
goop.
goops come in.
Yes.
Gonna drop a goop on you.
Goopy.
Yeah. I like to imagine that years from now, when book two's out, there's going to be like a compilation that's like all the times they reference the goop.
All the times they referenced this character while they were
Yeah.
making it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Straight gooping, baby.
Mankind knew they could not survive the goop.
Yeah. In a world where Nickelodeon Gacked fucking comes alive and murders people.
Yeah. Get into the castle. I like how the guy says castle in the Time Crisis 1 opening.
Get into the castle. Yeah.
Get into castle. Yeah.
Alright, there we go.
I wonder if I can find a cylinder. Hold on. Cylinder.
I've got a cylinder right here, me Todger.
Oh, I need like a see-through. Primitive shapes, of course.
Oh yeah, primitive shapes. Of course. What are you doing? Of course. The one thing that every 3D program can do.
Remember that one time when like I was trying to decide what to do, and then I was like, Dr. Sayus, the nuns, of course. I was like looking for something, and then like and I said a whole different thing because you only heard like audible like what I was doing, you know. And, it's just like all you heard on your end was like, let's see, Dr. Sayus, the nuns, of course.
It was almost like when we watched Yu Yu Hakusho and fucking Hiei just says, it appears the ninjas are revolting.
Great, the ninjas are revolted. Yeah.
And I just made the joke. I'd casually look out the window.
Yeah. It's like a YouTube. It's like, hey guys, I saw the new Resident Evil film. I had some things to say. Wait, hold on. What's that noise? Let me look out the window for a second. Ow, sorry. The ninjas are revolted.
No, the ninjas are revolting. Could you imagine if you actually started a fucking review like that? and then just never bring it up right up until the end.
I like to imagine like I'm sure this happens a lot of like foreign countries, but like you go to start like recording a video and you hear like an explosion outside. It's like, oh sorry, the rebels are at it again.
Oh darn!
Sorry
Oh.
guys, you have to excuse the gunfire outside. But anyway, Ghostbusters 2016.
I mean, I live
have
in
a
the
lot to say
South.
about
Once
this
in a
film.
while, you'll hear a fucking just in the distance.
Yeah.
I mean, yesterday when we were talking, there was some fucking like encroaching fucking gunfire happening somewhere.
Really?
Yeah, it happens.
Oh my god. There might be some inner monologue when she's like in the water here, be like, what has happened? Where am I? What is this place?
A moment of clarity.
My god.
I
Why
have,
is it that when I'm coated in shit is when I have the most self-reflective moments of my life?
what? What?
Could this be a metaphor?
An analogy?
An analogy?
An anecdote? It's one of those.
Yeah. And then she fucking like pops her head out the toilet.
And then goes, ah!
Yeah. Yeah, people are gonna be like, "What the fuck are they talking about?" Covered in shit water. It's like, well, you know what? You're gonna have to read the books to find out.
You're gonna have to read the books. And it's like, I don't think I want to. Oh shit!
Yeah.
Literally, ha ha ha
Yeah, yeah. I'm just waiting for like shit to download. Bear with me.
ha.
He said poopy dookie.
Eat it, boo boo. We're adults that pay taxes.
Yeah.
Dookie.
Doogie, poopy poopy. Right, Honey Bunny. There we go.
I love almost every fucking reviewer is like, a shit joke? What are we, 4? Meanwhile, me watching a shit joke.
You just like clapping hands like.
I love clowns.
You know, I think one of the best like Family Guy jokes ever was just like him dressed as a clown, like in the army. It's just like, hey, you guys are stupid. They're gonna be looking for guys in camouflage.
They're gonna be looking for guy. They're gonna be looking for soldiers.
Yeah. Trying to think.
You know, as stupid as what he said was, it is actually kind of true.
Yeah. You guys are stupid. Let's see, Honey Bunny, Honey Bunny. Trying to think how big this ship pipe would be for. But then again, she kind of fell into like a water, so it's more like a chocolate jelly river. So
An adequate pipe.
I dealt with them adequately. What does that mean?
Just adequately. What do you mean?
Yeah.
An adequate pipe. An adequate pipe. You imbecile!
It wasn't. It was. It was an aqueduct pipe.
It leads directly into the city.
Yeah.
I watched that movie too much.
Oh yeah. You fucking.
It
to be
shaped.
fair,
It shaped me as the man I am today.
To be fair, I do generally feel like everyone has like that one shitty film that we watch, and
One of the many, like one of the 700 Land Before Time movies.
yeah. Oh God, yeah. Did you ever watch the sequels to that?
I think I watched most of them.
No shit, really.
In fact, I haven't seen like the mysterious Beyond in like 2 decades. Literally 20 fucking years have passed, and I still know beyond the mysterious beyond. Trust in your own imagination. We are a part of the creation of all that lies beyond. Which is nuts.
Yeah.
I know the lyrics to a song I haven't heard in fucking 20 years.
Must have been a catchy song then.
It was not. It was in the movie, but then it was also like, you know how like in VHS tapes, there's like the fucking like
Go on.
advertisements at the beginning. At least
Yeah.
4 movies that I actually really liked watching had the Land Before Time like in the trailers.
Mm.
Oh my god! You know what? That was one thing that was really cool about VHS tapes. If you rewound them just right, you can get it to where it stops right at the beginning of the movie and not the ads.
Yeah, if you're smart about it, yeah.
Now I would just watch the ads for nostalgia reasons.
There's a charm to it. I mean, dude, like when we last time we watched Robin Hood was on the Internet Archive. It was like a VHS like copy of it, so it had like coming soon to video and DVD. You know, it's just like oh, well, it wasn't even DVD, but
Coming soon to own on video cassette.
yeah, I'm just like oh yeah, baby. Let's see, I think this is going to be the scene because I don't want it to dawdle too long in like the shit. So I'm probably going to have it where she like sees the pipe that leads upwards to the place. You know.
I watched a video yesterday. You know what the fucking like that shit at the
Yeah.
beginning of Lion King?
Yeah.
You know what the guy is actually shouting?
It's in actual like the African language, isn't it?
I know, but it's just, he's saying there's a lion over there. There's a lion over there. Oh my god.
Really?
That's what he's shouting when it's like
You gotta be shitting me.
I mean, to be fair, it's not wrong, but that is funny.
There's a lion over there.
There's a lion over there. Oh my god.
Man, that theme song, that opening is like so iconic, and yet most of the Earth's population has no idea what they're saying.
And then, like, the lady that sounds like Michael Jackson for some reasons, like, from the day we arrive on the planet.
Yeah.
And then Kareen Saint. And then float into the sun.
Yeah.
There's more than we see that can never be seen. More to do than can ever be done. And then I watched. I showed you that fucking the live action version where it's off key, and they also like clip the audio, and then also like they just completely butt fuck that song.
Are you on about when it's like weirdly auto tuned?
It wasn't even really. It was slightly like enhanced. But the main issue that I had with like the live action one is that they peak audio. So whenever you like shout into a microphone and it sounds all distorted and fucked up,
Yeah.
this is a $500 million movie and they have peaked audio.
Yeah.
So it had the peaked audio, it's off key. It's just wrong in a lot of places. And then
Yeah.
apparently they only did like 2 takes, weirdly enough, so like you could actually hear where they make the edits. And I'm like, how do you fuck this up on this kind of budget?
Yeah, it's not great.
I have seen Serbian movies with like $1 for a budget that didn't fuck this up.
Yeah. Hey, I got an idea in regards to this like sequence right here. Now, this might be like going against like typical comic format, but like when she crawls off the pipe, I've got this idea where you actually see her like squeezing through the pipe. Would it be like a cool idea if we see it where it's like going from down to up, as in like she's climbing up the pipe?
I mean, you could have it to where like her legs are like pressing really hard against the sides and she's like climbing up it.
Yeah, well, what I might do is I might make 2 versions of it, and I'll let you decide what's the best one. So,
Like, yeah, she compresses her legs against the sides
okay,
and then jumps and then compresses again.
yeah. This is a weird fucking like scenario I'm making right now. But hey, I wrote it.
All right.
It's 2 hours now, by the way.
Oh my god, it's been 2 hours. Let's review what we did real quick. I did the line work for this page.
Yeah.
You know what? While we're here, we might as well go back.
Yeah, add the
and,
blood to it.
Yeah, there we go.
Wee.
I'm gonna kill you. Fucking rockin' pose. And then after that, we have this page where that's how we got that's how far we got with the line art on that one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And with that, welcome back to the podcast, everyone. Y'all take it easy. Remember to rate, comment, subscribe.
Yeah. All right. I guess we'll see you later.
Goodbye.